Welcome to the No Fame Podcast Null Shore, Episode 19, Battle Below Beacon. On December 5th, we will be having another live Monster of the Week one-shot over on our Twitch. That's twitch.tv/nofamepod with special guest, the Dungeon Dad himself, Josiah. You can find his content on youtube.com/dungeondad or his Twitter @dungeonpapa. Now, let's get into this episode of Null Shore. Last episode, you guys successfully managed to knock out a guard and make your way into this underground facility where you saw some large iron doors, incredibly heavy iron doors. You made your way in to see a small little break room, which looked like it had some screens of the exterior and interior you just came through. One of the screens was blown from a guiding bolt that was shot to knock out the camera, but it seemed like someone had recently left this room, possibly seeing you on other video cameras coming into this cavern area. Ben transformed into a little snaky boy and galloped his way into the ventilation system, discovering that it does indeed lead outside, but also further below into the this underground, or I guess interior mountain base. It's not under, I guess. I don't know. It's mountain base within the mountain is what I'm going with. Jesus Christ. Discovered almost looked like some kind of Operation Torture-ish room with a bunch of implements and tools laid out and stains on the ground. And then further in, he spotted a little computer room that had screens monitoring almost everything on the shore. Just an absolutely insane amount of Big Brother activity was occurring. Ben decided to turn around after hearing that intruders had been discovered and they were currently dispatching people up to the surface, as the rest of the gang started to kind of look around at what they could work with after a red light started silently emitting into the room. You placed some chairs in the doors and you stood all in the kind of entryway to these large double iron doors, this 20 by 30-ish area room. As the iron doors slowly opened, Chad tried to offer one of the guards that came out a beer, which was immediately smacked out of his hands and smashed on the ground. Chad went for his bear mace to mace this guard, as the other guard shot in retaliation and missed. And that's where we're picking up with initiative. Who got what? What's happening?
I got a 10.
15.
10 and a 15.
I also got a 10.
I bet you are more dexterous.
Beautiful.
I have a +4.
Ben got a nat 1.
Nat 1. Brutal, Ben.
Oh, brutal. We all rolled well.
They might be going first. Yeah. They go first. You see the first guard has a radio on him and he goes, contact. And then he's going to make one shot at Ed and one shot at Chad, hoping to kind of take care of this situation. Not great. That's 11 doesn't hit Ed, I assume.
How much?
11.
No.
And let me double check.
It bounces off my forehead.
Right? Doink. Between. Sorry, that would have been 12, but I still don't think that hits, right?
No.
And that's
16.
14 against Chad. No?
Nope.
2 more shots, and you guys, like, there's nowhere really to hide in this area. The second guard is going to go for the people in the back. That's 15 against Anne.
That's a hit.
And 16 against Paige, which is a hit. That is 9 piercing damage, Anne.
Okay.
And 7 piercing damage to Paige, which I have open. That is their go. Ed, it is your turn first.
Can I spend
Pennies?
2 grit points? Can I do, like, I have, like, grit points for trick shots?
I think you
Can I
can.
do 2 of them at once?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
All that's going through my head is like, I'm going to spend a grit point. I'm going to spend another grit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me just do 100 damage right here.
Yeah, because like you could spend a grit point to make it a violent shot, which adds extra damage dice, and you can make it a push shot.
okay, well, I'm going to... I have... Oh my god, I lost everything. I'm going to use a Deadeye shot and a piercing shot. So with the Deadeye shot, I spend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the attack roll.
Ooh.
And with piercing shot, when I make a firearm attack against a creature, I can spend 1 grit point to attempt to fire through multiple opponents. The initial attack gains a +1 to misfire score, but this automatic weapon that I got does not have a misfire score. So I guess it'll just be a 1.
They're just so you know, they're they're side by side, and there's nowhere you could line them up in a line to hit both of them if you don't want to spend that grit. They're in the doorway still, and kind of like
I thought they had like come through.
no, and even the doorway fully opens into the cave area, so there is no like side flank you could kind of get around, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, in that case, I will still spend the 1 for the Deadeye to get advantage.
Yes, yeah.
And I will... Actually, how does that work with this? So my automatic rifle that I got has burst fire, and that means I can make a normal... Oh, they get a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or they take normal damage.
Okay.
So it's 10 foot cube area, basically burst fire. I'm not going to do the advantage, just it's a DC 15.
DC 15? All right. They make it with a 24.
Well, then I will go fuck myself.
Oh wait, there's 2. Is it for everyone in that cube? So one person makes it.
Yeah, so I'll be for the 2 of them.
The second one fails with a 11.
Then he takes 18 bullet damage.
18 bullet damage. You riddle this guy. Amazing. He looks fairly injured. A lot of it you don't see pierce through. It looks like he's got some kind of vest on underneath.
Okay. Well,
he
in that
does
case,
take
I'm
some.
going
He does
to
take some
action
damage.
surge.
Yep.
And this time I'm going to actually spend the Deadeye shot, and I'm also going to use my feet, which
To run.
That's a weird way to shoot.
yeah, I hold the gun with my feet. I'm going to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll and add +10 to the damage
Ooh.
against the guy who saved.
Okay. Go for it.
18. So that's 20 damage.
20 damage. Amazing. Holy shit. That's great.
Are they weak against bullets?
No, the same. Your shots are a little bit. You kind of consider the fact that they might be wearing some kind of armor underneath their actual clothing, and you make some pinpoint shots to deal a little bit more damage to this guy. A few of them make you see a spurt of blood kind of coming out.
Okay, and we're probably all deafened now, and that's the end of my turn because I would imagine I can't move anywhere.
This is a fairly open. If you wanted to get back, Anne and Paige are currently in the door. Basically, they got shot at last turn. There's the room with probably 20 feet of movement. You can get into that break room. Let's define it as.
I'll take a couple steps back, just enough to get out of the way if anybody's going to do any other attacks.
Yeah, so you kind of split the difference. You're kind of halfway through this room as you back away from the iron doors. Chad, you're up next.
I'm assuming Chad is right up next to one of them, right?
Yeah, you're in front of the second guard. Guard number 2. Let's define it as.
Cool. Chad is going to punch him in the face as hard as he can.
Yep, go for it.
Because that's what he does. Ooh, that is a 24 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, for sure.
And that does... Come on, dice. Ooh, max damage. 8 damage to him.
8 damage. Amazing. Yeah, you fucking crack them across the jaw. They're bleeding, and they're kind of like pant a little bit, but still on their feet.
Yeah, so bonus action, take a second shot at him with the left hand.
Go for it.
18?
18 hits.
Beauty. And 5 more damage.
5 damage. You crack the second hit across the jaw, and you see they kind of stumble a bit, and then still on their feet.
Yeah, that's all Chad has. He's really just throw some punches.
Anne is up next.
Okay. I would like to cast Shatter, which is a 10-foot sphere, and can I get it behind them so that it like catches them, but not Ed and Chad, but also maybe like fucks up the hallway behind them a little bit, like destabilizes maybe some of the
interesting
walls.
Yeah. What does Shatter do? Anything to environmental stuff? Just
non-magical objects that aren't being worn or carried take the damage if they're in the spell's area.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you can see behind them for sure into the hallway before it slopes off, so you can see where to place it. Is that a dexterity save?
It's a con save.
Oh, con save. That is a dirty 20 to save for the first one, and a 18 for the second one.
Okay, they still take... Oh, sorry, what was the second one?
18.
Okay, yeah, they both pass,
Okay.
but they take half damage.
Sick. I'll say, let's do it this way. Let's say the ceiling behind them has you need to do over 10 damage to do any damage to the ceiling above them.
Okay. I only did 9.
Oh,
total,
9 damage.
So, that's what, 4 for them?
Half damage for, what does this look like for Anne as she's, casting this spell?
She reaches up to her necklace and kind of like yanks it off, and her necklace is a piece of glass that was made when lightning struck the beach, so it's kind of like pointy and jagged, and she points it at them, and this like shattering, ripping sound, since we already made a bunch of noise, just like tears through everyone's ears uncomfortably and detonates behind the guards, sending sort of a like feeling of things fracturing.
A brutal shockwave behind them. You see the second guard who Chad made to he had 1 hit point left. Chad threw those hits at. He just screams, and his nose and eyes and ears start bleeding with this explosion. He collapses onto the ground. The second one looks at him and then still kind of focusing at all of you. Is there anything else from Anne?
No, that's it.
Sick. Paige is up next, and she kind of looks at you, and she's like, we're obviously we're taking them down, correct?
Well, we need to get out of here safely, and they don't seem to want that, so.
She is going to... She's going to do a magic missile, I think. A brutal amount of damage. You see... after you tell her this, Paige is like, right then, well... And she, like, makes this, like... clawing motion with both of her hands, and as her hands reach out in front of her, you see 3 bolts of light kind of swirling and impact this guy, sending him flying back into the hallway. After he's been pushed forward by your shatter, he's now getting hit completely back. Doesn't move on the ground, seems completely fucking out. She looks at you, she's like, well, seemed to work. That was Paige. She's gonna not move any. She's kind of bleeding. She took a bullet wound. She doesn't look, she doesn't look fucking devastated by it, but she definitely is wounded. Ben, you, as a snake, kind of drop out of or you're in the air vent, I should say, and you hear gunfire and a huge fucking like sonic boom of a shockwave, and you feel the vent shake. But you're in the security room. The security room is about 10 by 10. The next room over is about 15 by 15 ish, and then out from there is where everyone is. But what's Ben doing in his little snake form?
Well, I can't do much in the snake form because I still have a movement speed of 30. So I'll get out to where I see everything. So I'll get out to where the iron doors are.
Yeah, as a snake, still?
Yeah, I'll come out of that before the other guys see me.
Right. Okay. You come out. You transform as you're slithering through the break room. I like to think it's like you're a snake in one room, and then when the camera pans to the next room, you're
very anamorph.
You're like running out. You stop to see a spray of bullets go one way, and then all these arcs of light flying in the opposite direction and exploding, and that's the mayhem you run into.
All right. I'm going to. Only one guy left?
No, currently it looks like both of them are down.
Oh. All right. If both of them are down, then all right. What's the plan, guys? Are we leaving?
I mean, yeah, Ed grabbed that whole... oh, no, he didn't. Never mind.
No, we absolutely fried it, but I do want to point out that further down in there is an insane amount of, that thing we just fried in there. It's that times like 20, and they are, they have fully big brothered the entire town. I don't know what the situation is, why they're doing that.
Was there a ton of them down there?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people down there. There's
around this time you hear
nice little
echoing down the hallway.
Torture room.
Ed,
I'm just going to kind of like duck my head out around, and I'm going to be like, all right, hang on a second. And I'm just going to kind of like do this weird fucking motion and cast, I'm going to cast Spike Growth right in the middle of the, what's it called? So they have to run through that to get to us.
Oh, fuck yeah. What
It's 20 foot, it's 20 feet wide, and you said that's about the width of the tunnel?
Yeah, that main section is about 10 feet through the iron door, so it's like 10 feet around, 10 feet up.
Yeah, so like I'll just step around the thing so like they can't walk up to the spikes and shoot at us at an angle. I'll step out around and kind of like shoot it up so that they have to walk through it a little bit even to get line of sight on us.
Amazing. Yeah, because it kind of ramps down a little bit. So if you kind of cast it at that like little horizon of the pathway,
Yeah,
They would have to come up
like
and
right
go
at the
through it.
top. Yeah, because if they put it right at the top, then as they're coming up, they would be able to see the spikes.
Yeah, they would have
So
to go
I'll have
through
it right at the top of that ramp going down.
Sick.
Ed, you still got that can of oil you found in that car?
Yep.
Throw it down that fucking tunnel. You try to light his Zippo lighter that he pulled out of his pocket.
What
Here, Josh, take this. So I'll kind of light a globe of fire and put it in his hand.
was that it for what is spike growth?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
difficult terrain with damage, I assume? Something like that?
Difficult terrain, and every 5 feet that they walk through it, they take 2d4 piercing damage.
Sick. Is that it from Ben?
Yeah, I just basically give them a quick information download. Also, they're torturing people, and there's a lovely little kind of interrogation type situation that's going on. A lot of blood stains.
Is there another way out?
No, we're going to have to go back out through the way we came, but I didn't go too far down because I didn't want to get lost. But they did say that they didn't want anybody leaving here alive, and they
That's
were talking
true.
about us.
As soon as Ben says this,
Pew, pew, pew.
you see, 3 more heads, kind of 2 taking the front and then 1 kind of behind. You hear one of them, "Oh, what the fuck?" And starts moving through to get a visual on you. I'll say that they have to move into that spike growth. So if you want to roll your, what was it, 2d4 damage, Ben?
How far into it do they move? If they run the full way through, it's 8d4.
Let's say the way you cast it with the kind of sight, they would have to go from at least 10 feet through it to
They can make a perception check against my spell save DC to spot the spikes.
Right. Oh, okay. Is that how they get away out of the damage? Then it's just difficult terrain?
Well, yeah.
Or? Okay. That is perception for them is it's a 12 for 1 and
Fail.
way worse for the second.
Fail.
And the third, it's 16 for the third. So 2 of them will take the damage, 10 feet of damage.
They still take the damage. They just can now decide not to walk through it.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
So 2 of them for sure make it 10 feet in until they get a visual on you guys.
All right. So, fuck yeah, 5 and 8 is 13.
Oof.
13 points of piercing damage, and they're stuck in the middle of it, and then Buddy's at the end.
Fuck yeah. So 2 of them have visual and they're going to make an attack. They see pretty much Ed, Chad, and Ben. So 2 shots are going to go towards Ed. That's 15 for the first one.
Nope.
Way better. 23 for the second one. That's
No.
5
Yes,
piercing,
that
5 piercing damage versus Ed. 1 against Chad. That's 22 to hit. No, 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Wait,
That'll hit.
22 to hit. I'm an idiot. 6 piercing damage.
I'm going to deflect this missile.
I was
Ooh.
just
Can I
going
catch
to
a
say,
bullet?
can you deflect yet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have deflect missile. Can I catch a bullet?
Roll a d10.
If you reduce the damage to 0.
Yeah.
I get a D10 plus 8.
Oh, plus 8. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you fucking you swap this out of the air. Do you have?
And as my reaction, I'm gonna use a key point and I'm gonna flick it back at him.
Fuck yeah, do it. Fucking insane.
So that'll be 22 to hit
Yeah.
and 6 damage.
Amazing. That's fucking great.
And I'm
Are
sure
you
that has
saying
to freak somebody out.
Yeah.
Did he just catch that bullet?
Yeah. You see the one
That
behind's
freaks
like,
Ed out.
what's going on up there? And you see the second one's like, he just threw the bullet back at me, and he spits out some blood. The third
I
one,
thought you were going to say he spits out the bullet.
Yeah.
the third one in the back
The mask.
clicks on their radio, and you all are pretty far away. You hear the of a radio, and you hear some like indistinct shouting coming through the hallway. And then you see like
passive perception of 17. Would that help?
17. Yeah. Let's say if anyone has above or equal to 17, 17 is a good number for passive.
14.
16.
You hear a command, close it down. And then you see up in the top right of this room, a little camera's like, and then the floor itself sparks with electricity. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck's sakes.
That doesn't sound good.
Ooh, 19.
19 for me as well.
Oh shit! That was almost
Nice.
No, 19.
17 for me, and a nat 20 for routing.
Oh shit. Oh, right, Paige. Oh, Paige did fucking amazing. Holy shit. Oh, well, she has 0 plus 0, but she did great.
16.
16, you all pass, so you only take 4 oh my god, lightning damage, let's say, as you're all shocked from this, but nobody is immobilized, which is the important thing. That was it for all of their turns. The 3 of them.
Did you say we took 4 as half?
Yeah, 4 was the half. Yeah.
Okay.
But not losing your movement speed is the important thing there. Ed, it is your turn. You guys all hear way more voices echoing out now, coming down the hallway. And the echoing of boots coming through the hallway.
So one of those dead bodies is right by the door, right?
Actually, you know what? All of you guys go in a row. If you guys want to use this time to change your initiative, you know what I mean? Like, do something out of initiative, feel free to go ahead.
What I was waiting to do on my next turn was to hold fog cloud until everyone was near me and drop it in the main part of this lobby / the entrance from that hallway so that they won't be able to see jack shit when they get to the main area and we can squeeze out of this stupid tunnel.
That's cool.
Ed is going to start running, but real quick, there is a dead body right next to the door, right?
One, yes, yeah. The other has flown back a bit, but yeah.
Just very quickly glancing down, does he have any grenades on him?
Ooh, give me a perception check.
13.
13, you don't see any grenades. The other assault rifle is there. It's an obvious one.
Fuck. All right, Ed's just going to start running.
A 13 also on this guy's lapel of his militant kind of jacket. It kind of looks like a fire, like embroidered into the jacket. A little like flame and kind of like two points coming out like that, basically.
Well,
he's a gym trainer at the fire gym.
Yeah.
Charizard comes out.
Does he have a radio on him?
Yeah, he's got a radio on his shirt.
I'll rip off the radio and take a mental picture of that embroidery.
Yeah.
And like, all right, time to fucking go.
Yeah. So you,
Chad, there's no kids back there.
Yeah, throw the fucking oil and I'll light it on fire, bro. Come on.
You were halfway through before you walked backwards halfway. So you're using half your movement to go up and grab that radio, and now half your.
Or
movement,
if you want to yell at Chad, he can grab that radio.
Half your movement puts you back halfway through that room. So, sorry, your full movement was getting up to that guy and getting back to where you were.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he would have ran up. He wouldn't have said for Chad to do it. He would have done it.
Oh, okay.
But in passing by Chad, I'll give Chad the oil.
Beauty. Chad would definitely pour the oil down the ramp and drop some fire on it.
Amazing.
And then run backwards towards the door.
Yeah, you fucking open up the oil and you like squeeze it so it sprays out all over that area, and you chuck the fire that Ben or you had your lighter, was it?
I had a lighter.
He had a lighter, yeah. That was
anything from, and Chad, you're booking it backwards, I assume?
Yeah, I'd run back then.
Okay. that puts you back at the door as well. And you're holding Fog Cloud. Paige is kind of playing it by ear to see what happens if you guys get overwhelmed. Ben, what are you up to?
On my way out the door, I'll turn around and just gonna do a quick drop to the ground, stick my hand onto the concrete slabs, and I'm gonna send an earth tremor over to the main entrance. So the second that they get past the spikes, it's now just a bunch of fucking jagged rocks. It's difficult terrain. Like it ruins the area in that 10-foot square coming around the corner.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you actually, as you cast this, and it's fully like it's not concrete in this area, but the spell, like shards of rock are actually tearing up the like metal floor, and you see like splintering backwards as they erupt from below. That's cool.
And I'll get Rowdy to book it as well. How wide is this like crag for us to get through?
I'll just barely. There are points where both of your shoulders are touching, but it's just barely enough for you to walk through.
Okay. All right. I'm good then.
All right, and I guess this is where Anne probably casts
Ed's not back.
Fogs it up.
Oh yeah, Ed's halfway through. Yeah.
Whoops.
I think that was there anything else on someone's turn they had left over? Anyone wants to take care of?
Well, I mean, Ed knows where he's going.
Hold on, Paige will actually, since the fog cloud isn't dropping, she's going to do another magic missile towards the one that Chad threw a bullet at. That's going to be her last ability for that for the day. Amazing. She does the same thing where she just claws through the air, and then they kind of almost erupt from behind her and spiral and hit that person for 9 damage, which is fucking great, to be honest. That person like falls back and gets on their feet, and they're like, Jesus Christ. It is their turn. The one that's injured is going to fucking stay. One person is going to move up. So Ben, if you want to roll damage again for
how far are they going through?
One person is moving 5 feet. Actually, 2 people are moving. Wait. Sorry. One person is moving 5 feet, and then the person in the back is going to go 10 feet. So unless you want to do 10 feet, we'll have.
Yeah, no. So
person.
the 5-foot person takes 6 damage.
Beautiful.
And then the 10-foot person, it's another 6 plus another 6, so 12.
Holy shit. Ed is out front, so the first person is going to make 2. That's 19 to hit, and way more than 19 to hit.
Was this against Ed or Ben?
Against Ed.
Ed. Okay.
Because he's kind
Does my fire hinder them at all?
Oh, your fire. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm going to give them a dexterity saving throw. 2 of them, the 2 that just moved up, I'd say will be in this range. What is your... Let's make this an even 15, if I can.
Sure.
That person got that was 18 total. Another 18 total. Roll me a d6, Chad.
2.
They each take 1 fire damage.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me, though. So that was 2 hits against Ed. That's 5 piercing and 7 piercing. So 12 piercing total for 2 of that. The second one is seeing Paige and the others in the back. She's the one in the back who previously radioed to close it down. She's going to make some shots against Paige in the back, kind of seeing what's a real threat here. 19 hits Paige. That doesn't hit, but that is 8 damage against Paige. Paige kind of screams out. She's like, we really should be getting out of here. It's been a while since
Take my dog and get outside.
In a fight. Boop. Damage. You hear some more shouts coming from behind. And one of them yells out, "Close it down! Give the order!" And then you guys feel a kind of rumbling all around you. But it's back to your go. Ed technically is first, but you guys all go, you're in a row of initiative, so. Or a column of initiative.
All I'm gonna do is take a second wind as a bonus action, 1d10 plus 4.
So, okay. I was going to say, if you wanted to let Ben go, I could throw a healing word at you.
Amazing.
Just get to me, and then I can drop major confusion, and we can
11.
Go about our business.
Yes. That's coming. All right. Now that my bonus action is done, I shall use my movement.
What does Ed do for
get out of the way of? What does he do?
Yeah. What does he do for second wind?
He feeds his addiction to smelling salts.
Yeah.
I feel like normally he'd light up a cigarette, but at this point in time, he's just gonna be like, "Oh fuck!" and just take a deep breath and start running.
Has the smoker's cough the entire way.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's what his second wind is. He just hacks up a fucking lung.
Gotta clear it out.
Much better.
Sneezes out a blood clot.
And then he'll run out of the way of Anne's glare.
Perfect. Okay, then I immediately drop Fog Cloud so that it obscures as much of the room as possible, but I want to make sure I get the start of the hallway where the ground is all fucked up so that it does even more trouble. They run into blindness and also bad terrain.
Right. Amazing. You fucking throw up this fog cloud for sure. And everyone's booking it, I assume. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Amazing. Ed's kind of in the.
I think Chad would let Ed go first.
Okay, so Chad's sticking.
Chad would stay behind Ed. Yeah, just because he hasn't been hit very much. So,
as you guys are kind of, I'm gonna do just.
Yeah, Ben will stick behind with Chad.
2 quick. As you guys are kind of all running out through the tunnel, it's gonna be 2 with disadvantage, just random fucking shots going through the fog. Nothing would hit. No, and a nat 1. Bullets are hitting off of the stone around you as everyone's kind of making through this tunnel, zigzagging out through the main entrance. Chad and Ben, as you guys are now taking up the rear behind everyone, you start to see bits of rock kind of falling above your head, and then you hear shouting coming from way behind you as people hear some screams as people are making through the fucking fog with spikes and fucking rocks.
Ow!
And all
Ow!
That's a fire.
You guys all make it outside back in front of where you came in with that little tree section and the electrical panel box and all that, and then you hear from inside. What are you guys doing?
Running?
Justin.
Yeah.
Do we know what that sound was?
Yeah.
Could you say that car was a manual?
Roll me a luck check. Just roll a d20.
Oh,
11.
I was going to say, the second that we're out in the open, Ben is casting locate object on those keys.
Yeah.
It's a 4 for 4-speed.
It's an automatic.
Fuck.
Ben cast locate object on those keys.
Yeah, so as long as it's been 1,000 feet of me.
Yeah, for sure. It's 80 odd feet away.
Ed can throw really far.
Yeah, it's
thankfully Chad didn't throw it.
It hit a tree, and it's 60 odd feet into the woods.
It's right next to the car.
I'm gonna book it into the woods. I'm gonna grab it. You lost your keys there, eh? And I'll toss them back to Ed and be like, we should definitely take this because this guy is the only bit of proof that we have that this place was what it was.
Sounds good to me.
You guys fucking all.
And start running towards
Is
the
it-
car.
All
Wait,
right.
wait. That sound, did we know what that was?
That was the thing blowing up.
It sounded like some kind of.
Oh, it sounded like an explosion. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, are we kidnapping this guy in the trunk, or are we throwing him out here?
Now we gotta ditch him. Fuck him.
No, he's not. We're not kidnapping. Let's take him to my place, though. I've got some stuff in my shed.
wait.
I have more
Sorry,
stuff.
He
in my
doesn't
shit.
know.
What is
what's
your
even-
definition of kidnapping?
Well, Chad, we've established there's no children in there.
You're correct. Abducting. My apologies. Are we abducting this guy?
Well, I mean, he's in his own car.
Oh, so we're stealing his car with him in it. Is that just want to clarify? I don't care if it's yes or no.
We're just giving him a run.
Okay.
I feel like maybe, guys, if like we really needed to, tomorrow, once I've had some time to think about it, maybe I could like see if he was telling the truth about some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Chad just gets in the
Yeah.
backseat of the car.
You
Ed.
can't trust these newcomers, Chad. You're the only good one.
Ed.
Thanks.
Doing that frog.
How confident are you at being able to keep this man secure and quiet?
Very.
Oh God.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard.
You know what? I'm on board. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. We're going to yours.
Actually, I was going to say we should just stop at my place.
Okay.
It's
Your daughter's also visiting.
yeah, and my house is like right there. We're like driving for like a minute, and I can see it through the trees.
Okay, so let's stop by your place and then we'll go to mine.
I'm gonna give James a call, and as soon as he answers, just be like, "Got a car I need to wash."
Oh, yeah, we're drop it down to down near the pier. There's an old boathouse. Hasn't been used in a couple of years.
Oh, you mean Jim's? Okay.
Yeah, I don't
All right, gotta go.
know.
All right. So we get to the Escalade. We pop the trunk and toss Buddy into the back of the Escalade, and
Still
we'll meet
completely
you at the pier
Yeah, sure.
because you're going to need a ride back to my place. Or do you want to get your own way back?
No, it's fine. You just meet me at the pier.
All right. So we meet him at the pier. Who's driving in the Ranger Escalade?
The Ranger Escalade.
If everyone who's the most injured wants to gather around, I could do a 10-minute
Yeah.
prayer of healing.
You can probably
on
do
the
that while you're
drive.
driving.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Sick.
Uh,
Cranks up the Christian rock radio.
Paige is at half. I don't know if anyone's worse than 50%.
I'm only missing 4.
I'm also only missing 4.
I'm down 10.
I'm down 10, so I'll do me, Ed, and Paige. I think I can only do 3. Oh no, I can do
And
up to
you know-
6. Fuck it, everybody.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oops.
not great. 8.
Nice.
Nice.
Puts me back to full.
You guys drive down to the pier. You see there's only one boat in the docks, and Ed, you can probably guess this is the one that they kind of procured from old Jim, I think I said it was. One of the fellas
Jim,
from the
yeah, in his boathouse.
episode 1. Oh yeah, of course. It all comes around. It's a pretty large, it was kind of sort of like a fish plant that was retrofitted to be a boathouse, and then lost business and kind of was abandoned, and then was bought up by James Miller and the river after the fact. And they, who knows what the fuck they do, but you guys, it is like a chain fence. There's no like gate. You just kind of, drive around the side to the parking area, and you see like there is one guy kind of out by the fence, and he sees you, Ed, as you drive up, and he's got like nothing like uniform or anything. He's just got like a black hoodie on, and he's got like kind of like a something he could pull up in a pinch over his mouth. Kind of gives you like a nod. You start to pull up. There's like a large loading door, and there's a side door that you would enter through also. There's kind of like a woman with red hair. It's pulled tightly back, and she actually has like kind of you notice she looks a little bit more well equipped, and you see her kind of like radio in something as you guys are pulling up. And then the door opens and you see James Miller come out a minute later, puts up his hand and walks over, and he's like, "Are you bringing back the Escalade already, or?"
No, this new one, she's a bit dirty.
Oh, right.
Gonna need a pretty thorough wash on this one.
It's like, Jesus Christ, where the fuck did you get this to?
Off a couple of friends up the mountain.
Right. All right. And he looks back at
the keys.
Yeah, he takes the keys and tosses them to the woman at the door, and he's like, bring it inside. You guys need to come in for anything?
I roll the window down and I slap the side. I'm like, pitter patter there, Ed.
No, maybe next time.
All right. Well,
thanks a lot.
Let me know if you need anything else. We'll have to catch up some night.
Yeah. All right.
And you just like, you both turn and walk in opposite directions in this like parking lot. The sun is kind of like setting. What's the game plan for everyone from here?
Ben's just driving straight to his place.
Okay.
Do we want to ask this guy some questions tomorrow? Or are we like...
Listen, if we want to ask him questions, my place is the place to go.
All right, fuck it.
I can't encourage his truthfulness until the morning.
He'll be fine there.
Depends.
All right. So we'll get to my place, and when we get there, I got like a workshop with a big garage front on it. Like up top, there's large windows all around. There's nothing like on like eye level. It's probably 20 feet high. And then up on the top half, there's these like large steel shuttered windows letting in light. When the gate opens, we'll drive on in. There's a couple like work benches and stuff, and there's a big steel one in the center. Just kind of pull in around the side of it. And when we get out, I tell Ed to grab our friend in the back as I walk over to one of the it looks like a welding table, and I pull out 2 pins, and the table just kind of like goes up into like a chair shape, and I put 2 pins back in. And I'm like, he'll be good here, as I hit a button and the shutters shut up top.
Jesus, you were ready for this, weren't you?
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll put Buddy in the chair.
And I'll go put on the kettle.
Sure. You got any ratchet straps?
Yes. Over on the left side wall, second
right.
cabinet.
Over in the ratchet strap section.
Ratchet strap wall.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll put a couple of ratchet straps down over Buddy. I'll make sure that he has breathing abilities and such. But I will make sure his eyes are covered.
Yeah.
The duct tape will work great for that, honestly.
Oh, brutal coming off.
He probably won't have to worry about it coming off.
Amazing. You guys make it to Ben's house and have secured a hostage from this underground facility that you guys really rolled fucking stellar rolls leading up to it. Unfortunately, Paige was the one who rolled low enough to get picked up on one of the cameras, getting into the finer areas within the cave, leading into us, with the fella strapped up against the table, I assume you all are in for a pretty lengthy night ahead of you. Just kind of over to the corner of the shed, you hear like what you see, whoever's outside still, is like picture like a one of those elementals that's like the top half is too big for the bottom half, like a fucking World of Warcraft elemental, like kind of smaller legs. One of its arms is like this, I mean, all of it is huge fucking boulders, but you see this branch twisting and turning, and it's actually a few branches connecting one of its arms to like the lower part of its arms, and it kind of walks with its massive hands first, much kind of like a gorilla would do, and it kind of like looks you all over. Oh, hey Ben, haven't seen you in a couple of days. And your old friend Emmett, and that's where we're at. I was going to say, is that fucking Emmett? Thank you so much for listening to the No Fame podcast, Null Shore. The best way you can support the show is simply by telling your friends, spreading the word. If you want, you can check us out at patreon.com/nofamepod, where we have all kinds of rewards. All other links can be found at nofame.ca. Don't forget about our Twitch live stream, Monster of the Week, December 5th, featuring special guest Josiah the Dungeon Dad. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you later on. In some regard.
Also, I really feel like I shouldn't have said to James that I got it from my friends up on the mountain. I feel like that was... as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like,
I was like, oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
You're really trusting this guy now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were like throwing a line in the water. I thought it was crafty.
Nope. Slipped up at the end.
Just tired Patrick.
I purposely fucking set that up to that question. I was just like, oh, where did you get this vehicle, Ed?
Fuck.
Ben totally didn't hear him say, "Are you done with the Escalade?" Because Ben thinks that's his.
Oh, that's 100% Ben's.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was just surprise thinking you're bringing it back so soon.